What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're doing something completely different. This is a wild deck, and it involves Clackbridge Troll. I know, that alone makes you wonder, like, what am I getting myself into? Honestly, I don't even know. I've played 0 games with it. I just had people on my stream tell me about it. It seems really cool. Matter of fact, they said they saw it on Talia Vessa's stream because one of her viewers actually recommended it. So this has a weird long lineage for this deck, and I don't think we know who the actual creator was, but it sounds like a lot of fun, so I say we should just give it a go, see what it's all about. Does it win at all? Who knows, but we're willing to find out. I'm willing to take that hit for everyone just to see. Anyway, remember, as usual, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, as we're getting so close to 4,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We'll probably get there in the next 4 or 5 days, but you can help by hitting the subscribe button. Anyway, let's go take a look at this crazy Clackbridge Troll deck. Alright, so there's a lot of things I kind of want to question about the deck, but truthfully, I'm willing to leave it as it is because I don't know how it plays yet. And sometimes going in and just stripping stuff apart kind of puts you in a weird spot because until I know what works or doesn't in this list, I don't necessarily want to recommend things that should be removed. But going down the list, there's 3 Arboreal Grazers, 3 Eliminates, Heartless Act, a couple of copies of Shovel, which we've had in other Golgari and Abzan lists, a couple of Cultivates, Leyline Prowler, Spark Hunter Masticore, which is a cool card I like having in a lot of decks. Not sure totally what the purpose of the role is it plays here, but we'll find out. Karavek, which some people have been trying to get into deck lists. Death Sprout, which is a kill card, but it does help advance your mana, which is nice. The Clackbridge Troll we were talking about, Massacre Worm, Casualties of War, Garrick, Cursed Huntsman, and then, of course, appropriate lands. Now, I will say, the one thing I will change is I'm willing to go ahead and play a couple of Fabled Passage. I can't imagine a reason why we wouldn't. This only has 24 lands, though, so maybe we want to play a couple, maybe something like that. 14, 18, 22, 24. It does have Leyline Prowler, it does have Cultivate, so it has a way to get some mana. Also has Death Sprout, but you do have to get to 4 for that to work, and double black. It does have some interesting stuff going on, right? Like, Karavek makes your Clackbridge Troll not have a drawback. If you play Troll, and then, say, the next turn you play Massacre Worm, like, you get to do a lot of damage to your opponent, so that's a thing. I mean, there's a lot of cool little neat tricks in this list. Now, is it all just being too cute? Maybe. I don't know. But there's some powerful cards in here mixed in with some very gimmicky cards, so it's kind of all over the place. But, you know, let's go take it into the arena and find out what happens. This feels okay against, I guess, any random decks, so we'll go ahead and keep. Worst case scenario, we'll go ahead and fetch out a Swamp first, which I think we need to do anyway here. Unfortunately, it looks like we're playing against Sultai, so a big chunk of these are not going to be beneficial in this matchup. Right, opponent's just going to pass. Not a surprise. They don't usually have too many early plays these days, especially since they got rid of their growth spiral. Alright, this hand's okay, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, when they play Uro here, we don't really get to do much. Next turn, they could play Nissa. The only benefit we could have next turn is potentially playing Spark Hunter, so we can block their Nissa land. And then maybe like Heartless Act or eliminate the Nissa land, then attack Nissa and ping Nissa for 2. I mean, that is also relying on us drawing some extra mana along the way, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play the Spark Hunter. I don't necessarily want to get rid of Cultivate because we have the ability to play this. So, I guess one of these eliminates. Because again, if they play Nissa here, we can at least block the land. We don't take any damage from it. I mean, they could eliminate it, which makes it feel bad, because then they kind of got 2 for 1 since we had to discard to it. And maybe that's the downside to the mana cores. Like, unless you have the mana open to make it indestructible, it is susceptible to an eliminate, which is a pretty popular card right now. Alright, so they got to 5 mana. What is it they want to do? Another Uro. Okay. Kind of wondering why we can't play Scavenging Ooze in this list. Really. But, okay, opponent. Alright, well, we found our mana. So that part's good. I think here we go ahead and search. Now, if they Aethergust it, I can just go straight to the bottom. Not even interested. That is great to have them Aethergust that. I mean, I guess I could have left one up to be able to shoot Nissa. That would have been smarter. Though, who knows? It could just be like a Hydroid Krasis. Well, there it is. Alright. So we can still kill a Krasis because we kept one of these eliminates around. So that's nice. Kind of wonder, though, like if we attack, would they block? And then we can just remove the counters. Save this. I mean, they're still a little bit of ways from playing their Uro. But this kills an Uro anyway. So yeah, let's not get too creative here. Let's just attack. And I'm willing to put this in untapped. Again, if there's an Nissa, try to kill the land, shoot down an Nissa, and then see what we do after that. You know what's funny? If you have a Masker Worm in play and then your opponent plays a fresh Uro, they'll lose 2 life when Uro goes to the graveyard. That's kind of funny. Alright, opponent, what are we doing? Probably going to hit us for a bunch? Nope, there's that Nissa we were talking about.
We will not fail.
Extinction event. Huh. Alright. I mean, I guess we shoot Nissa.
Do not test me. Stop.
I mean, on the off chance we draw another Spark Hunter, we can just shoot down an Nissa. The odds aren't high, but we can. Though our hand's pretty much doing a whole lot of nothing here. And they're a card away from being able to play Uro next turn, which they're pretty much going to be able to do. Especially if we kill a land or something here. So I think we're just behind and done. I don't think we're really going to do much. This just did not work out the way we would have liked. What can we do here? I mean, I guess this is where we're at. I mean, Masker Worm doesn't really kill anything in the Sultai list, so it's not the card you want in that matchup for sure. So, best of ones, I don't know if this deck's going to hold up against most Sultai matches. I would assume not. Because, barring a really lucky draw or something off the top, this is kind of effectively over. The opponent's thinking real hard. I would assume their goal should just be get a card in the yard and then get Neuro back. Alright. Well, we're not going to be able to kill that easily for sure. Man, our opponent's playing so slow here. I'm not really sure what all their choices are about.
The land for us.
Alright, a grazer just for sport? I mean... Alright, more land. I guess play a bigger crisis next turn. Alright, that's gonna do it. Let's move along. Oh boy, opponent goes first. Okay, we'll keep this. At least this hand's functional. You know, there's not a lot to complain about here. Alright, we'll at least get some things we could fight against mono green with here, so I like that. And that should be able to block for a turn. Spark Hunter. We probably don't need multiples because we can't give up all those cards. Alright, then we'll actually be able to play a Leyline Prowler or a Shovel if we want to. Which is nice. Also, if they attempt to fight, we also get a bonus. Alright, so we're going to Leyline Prowler here, I think. Because that at least gives us mana for a Death Sprout if we want it later. Which could be kind of big. And if they choose to fight, I mean, I don't know. They could just bite the creature. Then they don't have to worry about Death Touch. Alright, another Pelt Collector, sure. I mean, we'll just block a Pelt Collector, I guess. I mean, that feels like that worked out pretty well. I mean, we got to kill a creature, we gained some life. Alright, I guess the Death Touch is too much. Okay, we finally got the Clackbridge Troll in hand. You know, though, I'm wondering if this deck doesn't just want 4 trolls. I'm kind of wondering why not. And Prowler's cute, but I feel like we could just be doing more for that same 3, right? Like, what if Prowler was a... I don't know, let's call it Rotting Regisaur, or Garrick's Harbinger, or, I mean, like, there's so many things. I mean, genuinely, there's a lot of things it could be. I think that would be better for us. Alright, Steamkin. This is a little bit of a problem, actually, because instinctually we should be playing Prowler, because it's more mana, maybe we get Clackbridge Troll, but the other side of that is, this may be one of our only opportunities to cleanly get rid of a Runaway Steamkin. And sadly, we can't even wait until the opponent's turn, because if they were to play like a 1/1 or 1 mana thing, and then we go to target it, and then they're like shock us, then we don't get to kill the Steamkin. So I think that's the plan here. Probably a little bit of an over-aggressive play, but it's probably the right one. Sure, I'll block if the opponent wants to waste a card there. Bone Crusher guy in it? Nope, they were just putting us to the test. We passed the test. I'm willing to take 2 here because an extra blocker actually serves fine for us down the road. No attacks. Now if we get a land, we just Casualties of War. Oh. An Axkens has an enchantment? Oh. Opponent's going to get lucky for a turn. Cultivate. We don't want that. We do want this, though. I mean, you give us 3 life, we draw a card. Either way, we ain't mad. Yeah. Alright. Oh, they probably want all their creatures so they can Embercleave. No big deal, though. We can split our blocks and we can survive. We have a Casualty of Wars next turn. It's fine. There's a robber, for sure. So that means no Embercleave here, which we like. Attacking with the goats. Sending me a message. That's funny. Alright. Let's go ahead and block one. Let's block one. Take one. Seems legit. Alright. So here, we get to destroy creature, enchantment, land. So let's destroy creature, land. Opponent will get a couple of 1/1s, but that's okay. We're totally alright with that. Yep, 3 life and a card, which we don't mind. No attacks. And we have the wall of walls, so we're okay. I think our plan here is if we're going to block like this. Because even if they put an Embercleave on it, we just trade, and that's okay. I'll get a little life out of the deal. Seems like it works out great for everybody. Oh, this just feels like a bad situation for the red deck. I mean, the only way to stay alive is to give me life and a card constantly. That's pretty rough. No attacks. Gonna go ahead and play this shovel. And we're gonna play that. And then we're gonna end. We can eliminate whatever they put the Embercleave on. Here's, you know, this is actually a cool little combo. Because Shovel can put the counter on the goat. Then if they sacrifice the goat, we get 6 life and 2 cards. That's kind of funny. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put the counter on the goat. This only destroys a creature. So, not bad. Man, this is savage if you're the red player. This has to suck. Oh, and a Massacre Worm. Yeah, we attack. Why not? Kill those to deal 4. And then we still have Eliminate up for that Anax. Alright. And we get to go first. Alright, we'll keep it. We're gonna see, because I mean, this is kind of like a hard decision on when to go for the Fable passage. I like the Troll, but I think the Troll has to go here. So we're technically at 4 mana of sorts if we really needed it. Here, we're just going to play Shovel and hope for the best. Maybe draw a land. An untapped land would be great. That would make life a whole lot easier. Come on, untapped land. Ugh. Well, that was a gamble I took. That was a gamble I took and it didn't pay off. Dang, it's possible this list can't support a Fable passage. But who knows? We're only playing 2. So it can't be too results oriented here. Not sure I like the roles of the Spark Hunters here though. It's a little disappointing. I want to do more, but I don't know. Alright. So now we have to decide. Let's assume they can play Nissa next turn. We need another swamp. Ugh, that did not work out well. Alright, so I'm going to play Spark Hunter. Discard. Probably Masker Worm. If it's what we think it is, it's not going to do much in this fight. I played this Spark Hunter with the idea that they could play Nissa, and this gives us some Nissa defense for a couple of turns. And then if we happen to draw on like a removal card that would get rid of the land, if they don't attack, then we could send everything into Nissa and shoot her down, potentially. But we'll see what happens. Alright, just another Cultivate. I guess they're just going to go straight up to Ugin here. It's going to be disappointing. So we need to kind of draw land as our outs here. Alright, well there's part of the equation. Alright, let's get our attack on. And they gotta have a spot removal card for the Masticore at this point, right? No? Weird. There's the Heartless Act. I was gonna say, I wasn't buying it. That felt too clean of a path. But yeah, I feel like Spark Hunter is not it. I think with the protection from black on the Harbinger, it's just the better card choice, I think, right now. Alright, Leyline Prowler. So now we kind of get to see if the opponent has the main deck Aether Gust or not, depending on what they play here. And we draw a land.
Rise, my elemental friend.
The opponent's willing to trade here. It's a little unnerving. But, or I mean, they could have forgotten that the Prowler has Death Touch as well. Alright, no blocks, because we're going to try to encourage them to tap their mana. Even if it's just like play Uro or something, that's fine. That's ultimately what we want. Okay, well, they didn't do it. So what do we do now? Ugh, and we didn't find it. Gosh. I mean, we could just play the Troll. And that would buy us some time. The problem is, we're likely staring at a Hydroid Crisis next turn. The only good news is that I get them to tap their mana. But I guess this is what we do. Mostly with the idea that if things work, it's going to be because we get to cast this Casualties of War anyway. The funny thing is, though, I don't even think Casualty of War is the best card for the... I mean, it is a powerful card. But I don't think it's the card we're really targeting or should be playing right now. I feel like Murderous Riders are almost fine all on their own. Okay, there's a Heartless Act. That's not an irrelevant card if we don't get the land we need. And this keeps us a long way from dead. Though they could have a... Well, they need another black man. I was going to say they could have a Casualties of War of their own. Well, here it comes, actually. Yeah, if they Casualties of War here with the way our hand looks, we're just dead. I'll just scoop up. Or not. Not sure what's happening here. I mean, because if I'm them, I just casually abort, kill the troll, kill a multi-land. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, what else are we waiting on? Cool. We'll keep it. Let's see what happens here. It's probably a bad keep, but who the heck knows? Oh, it's definitely looking like a worse keep now. Oh, maybe not. We might have got bailed out. Okay, so how do we want to deal with this? Because we do have a lot of removal cards. So let's go ahead and play Shovel. We can at least put a counter on the thing. They'll probably go search out a land or something here. That's fine. Then we can Heartless Act it. No, actually. Interesting. That did not happen how we thought. Let's see. If we attack, what does the opponent attempt to do? Probably nothing. Alright. Works for me. Flash in something? Alright, so they want a Pouncing Shore Shark. We let it resolve. And then we just... Oh, wait. We can't. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Almost made a mistake. Because we put a counter on it with Shovel, so we can't Heartless Act it. So we actually kind of have to do this. Which is a little disappointing. Wait. Hold that thought. Don't like this. We'll be able to do this next turn too, though. So I'm just gonna... Oh, man. Shovel actually makes the Heartless Act not good. I mean, I could have let them just bounce the Shovel and then we kill their creature, which... But well, we couldn't even do that, because again, once it has the counter on it, we wouldn't be able to Heartless Act. And I think the play here is next time we get to kill something, we just use the Death Sprout. Alright, opponent. Ball is in your court. I mean, they can still Shore Shark at instant speed, which they may be thinking about doing. Like attack for 4. We put a counter on it. We go to attack. Bounce our stuff. Makes a lot of sense. They're giving this a good long think, though. I wonder if they got disconnected. If so, that's disappointing, because this hand was actually turning out pretty interesting. I mean, even after we, like, Death Sprout something, our following turns would be, like, Prowler and Heartless Act. And that would be an opportunity. Yeah, something's going on the opponent's side. Hopefully they'll catch back up here. Looks like they did. Alright, so we're going to attack with the Shovel again and see if they block. Part of me wants to play the Prowler, but we're just going to end the turn. If they play something like a Shore Shark or whatever, we're just going to let them both. or even just anything that's instant speed here. Flashing in an octopus. They'll resolve the octopus. Putting that under the shore shark. Bouncing the shovel. Sure. Now, let's go ahead and try to kill this now. We will go get... We kind of have everything we need at this point. And that's just kind of limiting the opponent's options for playing mutate things. A lot of spot removal here that plays pretty well. Okay, so we can go real big if we want to with this Heartless, or with this Massacre Worm. Don't think that's quite where we're at yet. So I think we're just gonna go with the Prowler and put this Overgrown Tomb into play tapped, and then we'll pass. And here again, depending on how they build their mutate stacks, we can Heartless Axe, so it's not a huge deal. Ooh, Vivian. Alright, that changes the game. Good thing we have this Sparkhunter Mask, or I was just talking trash about that card. Now look at me.
If you don't respect nature, we're gonna have a problem.
Alright.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
I think we go ahead and kill this. Play this. We can discard the swamp. And then just shoot Vivian 4 times.
Nothing holds us yet. Oh. Nothing holds us yet. That's it. I'm done.
All right. So that's a start. Still having to dodge a lot of mutate things here. I mean, they could just as well just have like Gem Razor. Oh, but okay, Shore Shark. That's not as bad. If that's what they have, we're kind of okay with it. Could have been much, much worse. What do we do here, though? I mean, do we attack? I mean, that just kills it because it has Death Touch. I don't know if that even matters. This is a weird spot. I'm not sure. I mean, because we could play Karavek, which makes that negative, and then play a Shovel, then attack with things, and Massacre Worm next turn. Alright. I think that's what we're going to do. Oh no, but that shrinks my creatures too. Yeah, that's less than exciting. Karavek, you are problems, friend. You are problems. Yeah, Karavek and Shovel don't play nice together. Now that we're realizing that. Wow. I mean, I guess we just do this. If they make us bounce it, they make us bounce it. Yeah, we almost can't really play Karavek unless specifically when you have the troll. Otherwise, it's kind of bad. Alright, there's a questing beast. That's respectable. They are choosing not to attack with the questing beast. I guess just to trade with the Massacre Worm. Or that's a Sea Dasher Octopus. Both are very plausible here. Alright, if we choose to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we can just discard Caravac, I think is our plan here. And if they want to block a Death Toucher, we don't care. They lose Questing Beast here, if they so choose, and then lose 2 life anyway. That works out. We're going to play Shovel. We're going to play this guy. Get rid of Caravac, because that kind of negates Shovel's Death Touch. Alright. Vivian's Arc Bow. Sure. Arc Bow Ranger, I mean. Makes sense.
I am Scala's vengeance, and I'm coming for you next.
Want to fight? Actually, you'll bite a Masticore. The Masticore will shoot Vivian. Oh, we're just going to do that. Okay. I can respect that.
They bite. I've let Scala down.
Ooh, well. Let's see if you've got a counter to this, opponent. Nope. Let's go get a swamp, I guess. Alright. Looks like we've exhausted most of their stuff and we've turned the corner here. Paradise Druid is not big enough of a concern here. Start a mutate stack on that, but I mean, it's another shore shark, it's a shore shark, whatever. Really? Okay. We could blow up an Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, not really. Well, I guess if they minus Ugin to try to get rid of our stuff. But even then, I guess Ugin wouldn't get rid of a Master Core. So maybe that's one of the reasons it's in here. Okay. That happens. We can give the Master Core indestructible. Or, yeah. It does have a lot of words on it. Alright, that'll do it. This is, we're gonna keep, you know what? I'm gonna rely a lot on this Temple of Malady. And in truth, we're kind of hoping it just finds a land on top so we can leave it. That's where we're at. Because then we can turn for Clackbridge Troll. Alright, there it is. It's gonna stay. Alright. See what they got for us. More of this. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, looks like it's over. Interesting. Well, if I'd have known we were gonna draw land. Let's... I don't think Spark Hunter is really any good in this fight. I mean, this is kind of tough, because if the opponent has Brazen Bars, they're just going to infinite bounce our Clackbridge Troll. Which is kind of sad. Makes Spark Hunters real bad in this fight. Let me tell you. I don't know what's going on. Okay, this deck is doing something completely different than I was anticipating. They're down to 3 cards, but they're going to have the Goose to... Gosh dang. Oh, I feel like I have to make a bad play here. So, I need to do this. Discard this. gonna Heartless Act this. Just so if the opponent wants to get cards and whatnot from their Trail of Crumbs, or they need to find more mana, like they're gonna have to do it the hard way. If this is just 2 colors, great. If they need a 3rd color, they're gonna have to fish for it. I mean, bouncing this kind of sucks for us, but if they don't have anything, we can at least start getting damage in. But I figure if nothing else, this puts a pressure on the opponent a little bit to either A, find a land, or find the other color land that they may need. Now, they could also just be Simic. I literally have no idea what's going on with this list, really. Target non-artifact creature you control becomes a 0/0 artifact. Put 4 counters on it. Okay. Sure. That's a weird one, but okay. You have to sacrifice the food to get the bonus for it, right? Okay, no blocks. Not sure I completely understand what's happening, but maybe I'm not meant to. I mean, I could play this, give things -1/-1, and then block. One of the few good uses I have for Karavek. Then again, I could Karavek and then Clackbridge Troll back to back. That's kind of nice. Chump block, go to 6. Play this. I could chump block some. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is probably wrong. This is a weird deck. It's cool though, but weird. I mean, this is the one time it makes sense to play Karavek. I think if we were just playing through the normal course of a game, I would probably just save the Death Sprout, use the Death Sprout to kill one of these, and then just play the Clackbridge Troll, let them give us life and a card, and just go from there. Just trying something different, the way things are set up. They're going to bounce both of our things here. Have us take 4 instead. Nope. Alright. We're at 7. What type of adventure things do you have, opponent? I mean, right now, the opponent, as far as I'm concerned, they can have almost anything. I have no clue what they're doing. I mean, it could be another one of these things to try to come through with a bunch of damage next turn. Like, I truly don't know. And honestly, we're just dead if they have a Brazen Bar. Yeah, we're a mana short. Because I wanted to be able to put an extra blocker out, but we really can't. Alright, we're kind of relying on this to work. And they have lots of life available, so we don't even want to mess with that, so no attacks. Hopefully they don't draw Brazen Bar here. If so, it's game over. If not, we have time, because then we can Death Sprout something, we can play a Grazer, or we can play the Master Core. Because the thing is, we just got to get to where we have at least 3 to 4 blockers. That's the real key here. Okay, well, they have it, so we're dead. GG's. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep it. It's not the most exciting hand, but it is playable. There's a few things we could find that could turn this into being pretty reasonable. Some removal spells would be the top of that list at the moment. I'd say, or some death touch things. I would take those as well. Clackbridge Troll, you're not really on the list at the moment. I mean, here I almost want to draw the 2/3 death touch. I would like that. Then we could kill something, or like Paravec and block something. That would be totally reasonable. What are the odds we're going to get to 6 mana? It's also a little tough because I'm not sure I want to necessarily give the opponents anything else in the graveyard right now either. So I think we're just going to pass. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. But yeah, I'd rather these Death Sprouts, even though I do like that they advance our mana or whatever, I think we could play a version where these are just Murderous Riders, and I would like it a bit better. Alright, there's more Pellet Collectors and Barkide Troll. Sounds like a plan. I guess we'll just block Scavenging Ooze. What else you got? I guess they have a Serpent in their hand, which is why it's not passing. Okay, well that's good to know, because if they try to play a 4/4 Serpent, we'll probably need to just kill a Pelt Collector. That would let them get another 4/4. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. That is nice to see. I don't hate that. That can buy us some time, potentially. Let's just pass, I guess. Alright, Lovestruck Beast. That's okay. That we can live with. Hopefully it's not another Barkide Troll. Make this a pile of 3/3s. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a land. That's what we're really gonna do. But between now and then, let's block here, I guess. I mean, we're gonna put a creature in the yard. They're gonna be able to pay to make it a 3/3. I mean, I'm aware of what we're walking into, but this at least gives us some semblance of time that we can mess around with. If we get a land, we can casualty something, or Garrett can just make 2 things to block, and then that helps. I mean, so we have some options. We just gotta make it happen first. Alright, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or we just take 3, 6. I guess we just take 6. We will lose a creature, but that's neither here nor there, really, I think. Yep. Fully aware. That's good too. It means they have nothing else coming here. The other thing is, it also means if we get a land, Garrick lives. We did. So that's very good. Because they would have to get 5 damage through on Garrett.
Violence of primal, violent. We are the apex predators.
Alright. Oh, that sucks though. Pelt Collector tramples now. That is bad. Oh, they're just attacking us? Oh. Interesting. So what does this mean? We could take 6, go to 3. We could kill a Pelt Collector. Garrick would grow. They don't have anything with trample. So then we could Casualties of War, that, and a land. Have... but we'd be at 3. Or we could kill one of these, take 7, but then if they have something like even a... Alright, I think this is what we have to do. I don't love it, but I think it's what we have to do. We could also make some other weird decisions next turn where we like Spark Hunter and Caravac or something depending on what we draw. I mean, we're now dedicated to pretty much blocking the Scavenging Ooze. Oh, you are a good choice here, actually. Now what can we do? I mean, because we could outright kill a thing, but that's not going to do it, because that would leave 3 coming through. So we need the blockers here. Okay, so no matter what, this is where we're headed to. Now it's just, do we think we can get away with Casualties of War on this and a land, block the 2 big things, go to 2, make 2 more blockers, then play these next turn? Or do we take the chance to just play these this turn? Or say Caravac and Shovel? I don't know. Actually, I don't think we do. I think we do this. We're just going to discard Caravac. I think this is another spot where Caravac's just not cutting it. Alright, we'll see what happens. Questing Beast, yep. That's sadly going to do it, I think. Oh, no, actually, we can still split up blocks enough. We're okay. Yeah, we're still alright for the time being. Alright, so let's block here. Block here. Or actually, do we just want to block to kill one of their creatures? Because, like, if we block here, block here, block here, then they won't have a 1/1. Alright, I think this is correct. Now they have to find a 1/1 to attack with the Lovestruck piece. We can still make 2 beasts. I mean, 2 wolves. We can kill a thing if we need to. We don't even need to kill Lovestruck Beast right now, because he can't even attack. So just making more blockers is the game we're playing right now. The downside is if they have another Questing Beast, we're kind of wrecked. Though if we kill a land, they have to have a land and a Questing Beast. But if they don't, then we're now kind of set up because we'll be able to make 5/5s, and that's a big deal. Right now, if we turn this into a 5, we're gambling that the opponent... Well, no, actually. Well, yeah, because if they drew a Primal Might, we just lose. So that becomes a non-negotiable scenario. Alright, well, we're going to have to go for putting the opponent in the position of having to have 2 things. We don't want to destroy a Planeswalker, so just land and creature. So we're going to destroy Questing Beast and this. Keeping this in hand in case we draw a... they had another one. So yeah, we gambled. We were wrong. We lose. That's how it happens. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Like, it was basically a 50-50 deck, but it has some spots that I find a little bit weak. You know, I'd want stuff like Murderous Rider. I'd probably want some Questing Beast. I don't want Kaervek at all. I mean, I get what it's trying to do with the Clackbridge Troll, but I just don't think it matters. You know, I'm totally fine. Just, you know, if your opponent occasionally gets 1/1s, that's okay. Not Murderous Rider, Rotting Regisaur actually might be fine in the list as well. But I think the problem is if we do that, we push too much into it becoming a different type of list, you know, because instead of having the Mastercore, having the Rotting Regisaur is probably better, right? Instead of Kaervek, probably splitting those between a couple of Questing Beast and Murderous Riders. And those are little changes, but they probably add up to some significant changes in the list. And then I'd probably cut down to just one Massacre Worm and put in 2 Lilianas. I think if I did that, overall I'd probably like the list a lot more. I'm sure numbers could be tweaked a little bit here or there to maybe get one more Cultivate in the list. I think we only had trouble with mana once, so that was kind of cool. I will say though, the deck was fun. I liked the decision trees it had, you know, but like Death Sprout, you know, maybe that's the Murderous Rider space. Or maybe remove the Death Sprouts and we just play an extra Arboreal Grazer and an extra Prowler, right? And maybe that's it. And then your mana's just cleaner. You can do more efficiently. And you still stay kind of true to the deck, still playing the Clackbridge Troll, still playing your early removal, your Death Touch creatures, still taking advantage of all that. But it's a fun deck. It's different. I dig it. You know, I'm about it. I had fun playing it, and I liked the decisions it was putting me into play. So, more stuff like this is always fun. Anyway, if you haven't, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and help me out as we start to ascend past 4,000 subscribers. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.